Thank you for being here with me for morning devotions. Glad you can make it. I welcome comments on what you hear, whether you go with it or not. And, just like and subscribe and come back for more daily devotions where we can share the love of God with each other and some insights as we travel along life's way. Normally we're going to the HarperCollins Book of Prayers, but today I feel like going back to Dare to Journey by Henri Nouwen. Well, it's by Charles Ringma, who is quoting Henri Nouwen. So this is the next one. It's reflection number 5. It says, being in the place to find new directions. And this is why I'm reading from this, because I'm on a journey on my own too. I'm on a spiritual journey to, I'm not reevaluating a call to ministry per se. I do feel called to ministry. I'm just reevaluating what that call takes, what form it takes. So I do have some ideas about where I'm being led, but I'm just waiting for some confirmation from God. And in the meantime, that's why I'm reading the Dare to Journey. Okay, so this is reflection 5, called Hearing, being in the place to find new directions. One of our biggest challenges is to resist doing more. It is to be still long enough to evaluate our many activities. Yeah, being still is not a strong suit for many of us. Activities that drive us to distraction and sometimes exhaustion, but also give us meaning and fulfillment. Activities that can give us our routines and our security, but can also block out the voice of correction and change. That is so important. A friend of mine who I'm going to be seeing soon, as of the taping of this, she reminded me that certain things can be distracting me from the bigger moment. Like, I'm not taking time to listen, not taking time to take some deep breaths and just listen to God. And, I'm just driven to distraction because it momentarily feels good. It momentarily feels like what I could be doing. It, momentarily feels good. But it could also be a distraction. It goes on, we need to recognize that all our much doing is not always fruitful. It is sometimes mindless. Sometimes it is driven. It can be self-protecting. It keeps us going when in fact we should be still. Still, in order to evaluate and hear. Yes, definitely. Stillness of heart, stillness of mind, stillness of spirit is so hard to achieve in this breakneck world. Thus, a far greater challenge is not to do, but to be in the place where we can hear. Not to hear the old and familiar, but to hear again what God thinks about our life's direction, priorities, and activities. And to hear again what our heart is saying. This is often difficult for us. It is a struggle. Nouwen writes about learning to listen carefully to the inner movements of the Spirit and struggling with the question, how do I follow Jesus all the way? This is a struggle to hear what we may not wish to hear. It is a groping toward an openness that may cause our life to be turned around. Wow. A groping toward the openness that may cause our life to be turned around. I don't see it as groping toward openness. I sometimes feel like I'm groping around in the dark with the lights off. How do I follow Jesus all the way? How far is all the way? Am I willing to give up certain comforts or give up things I feel familiar with doing and like doing in order to pursue more of what God wants? Why is it I assume that what God wants will be opposite of what makes me happy? I don't know. See, those are the questions that run through my mind on this discernment journey. Why do I feel that something I feel comfortable doing and like doing is not in God's will? Is not maybe what God ordains for me to do? Isn't living life with joy and openness pleasing to God? I'm sure it is, but where is that line? The last paragraph here. Yet here new things we must, for we cannot simply continue to plunge headlong into the incessant round of activities that are no longer a part of God's direction for our lives, and that no longer express our creativity and our central concerns. God is love, God is creativity. God is concerned with all people in all places, all lives. Father, I thank you that you care for the minutiae of life, that you care for our direction in life, that you seek to build communities together who uphold each other, who hold each other accountable, and good friends that can tell you, hey, take another look at this. I thank you that soon I'm going to be reunited with that good friend as she comes along my way for a couple days. And I thank you for the medium of video. I thank you for the things we love. I thank you for putting that love in our hearts for other people. Continue to open us to more silence, to realize what distractions are distracting us away from your joy, away from where you would love to see us. Whether that is a good distraction or a difficult distraction, whether it's something we think is fun and comfortable with. I leave that all in your hands, God, because right now I can't tell the difference. I want what you want for me to be fun and enjoyable and easy to do. It may be the case, it may not be the case, but Lord, I always know that where the challenge is, that's usually where you are. Open me to hearing more of your will. Amen. Amen.